I see a lot of stuff being thrown around in the prop firm world, like how you should use them, what's right, what's wrong, how much money you should spend, how many accounts you should have. I'm going to go over what's been working for me. I just checked and I've been using prop firms since, you can see, the welcome email from TopStep. I got it on October 23rd last year, so almost a year now. But again, I've been trading 7 years. It's just prop firms are kind of new. I have a 50K funded account. I have 2 other combines I'm trading on. I have 2 funded future networks accounts. So I have a decent amount of experience with them. The main thing I see is a lot of people treat it as like gambling. What you'll hear a lot of people say is, oh, well, as long as the profits you make outweigh the money you spend on monthly subscriptions, on reset fees, whatever, then you're good. And yes, technically that's true. But how many people that do that are actually profitable consistently? Like, I mean, ask yourself. Let us know in the freaking comments. I think this just is an excuse to allow you to gamble. Because then you're like, oh, I can blow this account. I can reset this. Because once I get one payout of $2,000, it'll make up for all the losses and all the subscription fees. It's a much more fun way to trade, I'll admit. You have more adrenaline. You take more trades, but you're training yourself to be okay with taking less ideal trades, trading randomly sometimes gambling. And once again, I've been trading 7 years. I have never struggled with gambling other than like the first 1 year maybe, up until I started using prop firms, because prop firms make it super easy to just, you click a button, you're in with freaking 10 times, 100 times leverage, whatever. 5 mini contracts, it's insane. You can make or lose $1,000 in like a minute. The size is way too big. And I think that gets into a lot of people's heads. It makes them try to aim for these unrealistic goals, trying to make freaking multi-$1,000 game days to keep up with all these people they see on social media. But that's not realistic, and it's not going to lead to consistent profits and consistent success, which is what we all ultimately want. So I think it's just something to think about. This, of course, varies per trader and per your strategy. If you're a scalper, then maybe you need to take hundreds of trades a day and have a bunch of accounts. But most of us, you can probably get by with 1 to 2 trades per day or less than that. And again, prop firms have made me struggle with gambling for the first time in a long time. I did go through a phase, especially when TopStep X was announced. I got like, I don't know how many accounts I got for $19 because it was so cheap. And that was the only time where I was like, it's okay, I'll just buy another one because it's $19. I think the way we look at it is like, oh, it's $19 for a chance to get funded and make like multi-$1,000 payouts consistently. We look at it as a trade, like the risk to reward. The risk is $19. The reward is like hundreds or thousands. So it's like a freaking 1 to 10 risk reward trade, right? What we don't realize is going into it with that mindset of, oh, it's cheap, let me just buy another one. It opens the door to gambling because you don't take it as seriously, especially if you have numerous accounts. What I've settled on now is basically having this funded account where I only take trades that are the most ideal and follow all my rules. And then I'm kind of breaking my rules, but I did only have 1 other combine where I took less ideal trades, which was this one right here. And it was $500 away from passing. And then again, it was just gambling and bad trades that I just kept hitting the daily loss limit, $500, locking myself out. It happened again today, actually. But Funded Futures Network was having their buy one, get one and 50% off sale. So it was $87 to get 2 50K accounts, which is very cheap. My trading's also been going well. So I just felt like maybe it'd be smart to start building up more accounts. We'll see how it's going to affect me, which, by the way, the sale's going on till the 8th, I think. Today's the 5th. So I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. They're pretty good. Realistically, I think you should have 2 accounts. So here's my trading plan. And if the trades don't fit these rules, if it's outside of these 2 times a day, if I don't have at least 3 confluences for the trade, then I don't take it. But if I still think it looks good, or maybe it's just one of those rules is off, whatever, then that's when I'll take it on a combine. What I realized is by doing this, it allows you to stay patient because you're still, taking a trade, potentially making some sort of money, passing a combine, whatever. Whereas if you just have 1 funded account, you're sitting there waiting like, man, what if this is the setup? What if it's going to run without me? You're going to get anxious sitting there like wondering, is this the setup? Is it going to run without me? Am I going to miss this trade? Whereas having a combine, a separate account, where you take lower probability trades, you can now get rid of some of that anxiety and take the trade and be more patient for the higher quality setups on the funded account. And this is what I started doing 3 weeks ago on 8/20. I made a video on this, but I had freaking like 3 weeks of just bad trading, just like a lot of losses, a lot of trades I shouldn't have taken, emotional trading. And I finally like had enough. And what I started doing to build my confidence after losing like 45% of my account, my funded account was only up like 160. So, it didn't feel great taking so many losses, almost losing the funded account. What allowed me to stay patient and wait for the ideal setups on the funded account and also build up my confidence is trading on the combine, because I actually ended up taking like 3 wins in a row or something. And I was like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. And all it was I was trading outside the times that I usually trade. Everything else was still good. So it was still a good setup. It was just that the trades were happening a little bit earlier than usual. So by taking these trades, it ending up being a win. It built up my confidence. And then finally, you can see I took a $900 win, $400 win, $250. 360 yesterday. The other thing is, since I started prop firms, I've treated it as if I'm trading with my own money. Meaning, I pretend like I can't reset the account. A lot of traders, I think, get into trading and all they know is prop firms. They don't know trading with your own capital, which is what I had to do up until last October. And when you're trading with your own capital, you don't have the option to, oh, if I lose this $3,000, it's okay. I'll just reset it for $50. No, I treat it as if like, if I blow this account, I'm not going to reset it. Resetting it isn't an option. So I literally have not reset a single account. The only resets I've done is when Top Step was giving out free resets with their fire drill thing. Or if I did blow an account, and I would wait for it to reset automatically once the month ended. And by doing that, again, you're treating it more seriously. You're practicing patience, and you know that, crap, okay, if I blow this account, I have to wait till the freaking end of the month to get it reset. So it makes you think carefully about your next trade. Again, this is just what's been working for me. Try it out. I think it makes sense, honestly, especially if you struggle with freaking gambling, emotional trading. Have one account where your A+ setups, you only take those setups. Give yourself a list of rules, make a freaking document or write it out like I did here, and only take trades that fit all those rules. And then open another account, and there's where you can take the lower probability trades. Or if you need to, like sometimes I can't help myself, again, I end up taking a freaking gambling trade. I just have a strong intuitive sense, oh, I think price is going higher or lower. There's not really a setup, but it's just, I think like it's a good trade with good risk reward. That second account is where you can take those type of trades. So try it out, let me know, and thank you for watching.